Do you ever notice those quiet seasons in life where nobody talks about what's really happening? In this episode, we're breaking down the lonely seasons and why they are actually growth disguised as solitude.
Everything said on this podcast is strictly for vibes and entertainment. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. And definitely don't try to make it deeper than it is. Nobody's being exposed. Nobody's being subbed. If the shoe fits, lace it up. But that's on you. Also, please don't take advice from someone sitting on their bed with a mic. Be smart. Stay safe. Enjoy this episode.
Just me sitting on my bed talking to you like we've been friends. Hey, it's me again, Muna Karim, here I am bringing you Dopest Discreet Things. Today is episode 13, the season nobody warned me about. Enjoy. Like I said, I do my podcast in segments, so we're going to start off with segment 1, which is the quiet shift. I want to start off by saying there's a season in everybody's life where everything slows down. I don't care what you say. It's just always that one season, and you're not sad, you're not angry, you're not depressed, you're just quiet. Everything is just quiet. I feel like everybody just, I'm going to speak for myself. I just stopped texting like I used to. I stopped reaching out first how I used to. I pull back from habits that once defined me. I start noticing who I am and who really belongs in my space. I don't bring a lot of people in my space anymore. This day, like today, right now, I only claim one person as my friend today. I no longer talk to a lot of people. Why? Because it's either A, they did something that I was repetitively telling them about and they just kept doing it, so at that point it's just disrespect, or B, they do something that I no longer do, such as smoking. I wouldn't really say drinking because I don't drink, or I didn't drink, or anything of that sort. Something like things that I don't see myself doing, and it's not of me to be like, oh well, you smoking so I don't want to be around you, but it's more because that's like a hypocrite. That's being a hypocrite because I used to do it. But it's like I don't see that for myself anymore. And you're doing that. And every time I'm around them people, you want to hit? You want to hit? I say no. They still say, you want to hit? You want to hit? Like, no, bro, I don't want to hit. So I just stopped talking to them as a whole. Or I wouldn't say stop talking to them as a whole, but just distance myself from that. The partying, the drinking, the smoking, all that stuff. Like, I'm on a whole different pathway for myself. I just feel like one individual starts reflecting on their own energy and how it's spent and where it's spent, instead of reaching out to others and being that one friend. Bro, nobody talks about having a friend or being in a friendship and you being the one to always reach out, always being the one to ask, oh, do you want to go this place? Or always being the one to ask this, that, and the third. And that friend, the person you claim as a friend, never asks you to go out, never asks you, let's do a girls' day, never asks you, hey, you want to go get ice cream? Never. It's like you're always the one saying, let's go do this, let's go do that. But once I realized that with a lot of people, I just stopped talking to them. And we just stopped talking. Because it's like I was the one always reaching out. That's just not it anymore. I don't know. I'm getting to that age where it's just like nobody warned me about that when it comes to friendship. But I thought friendship, you're supposed to be reciprocated. Like, stuff was supposed to be reciprocated. And I'm not even talking about gifts and shit. I'm talking about checking up, meeting up, catching up. Like, friendship. Like, the gifts and shit come last. Building that bond, like the trust, the respect, all that comes in one. But not a lot of people even have that. A lot of people's friendships nowadays is based off, oh my gosh, you're pretty, let's be friends. That's another thing we're gonna talk about. Or trauma bonding, smoking. They only got smoking in common, or they only got drinking in common, or they only like going to parties. So like everybody has different friends for different things. But I don't know if I don't know. I'll be damned if somebody is only calling me to go party. Like, that's all you think of me? I'll be damned if somebody calls me to go drink or smoke. Like, that's all you think of me? Like, no, bruh. People don't look into it that deep, but I don't know. I need to stop saying I don't know, because nigga, I know. But I just know who I would give my energy to and allow my energy to be around, because energy is a lot. I feel like the quietness, it feels lonely, is actually your spirit cleaning house. God has to isolate you before he elevates you. A lot of people don't like hearing that, but that's what the truth is. This life is not promised. This life, you're here for a reason. You have a purpose. So if you're not wanted where God wants you wanted, he will be sure, I'm telling you, be sure to remove you. He will remove you, and it's either you're going to ignore those signs that he's trying to get at you, or it's going to end up really, really bad. So one of the two is never good. So if you want to ignore the signs that God is giving you, go on ahead. It's going to end up way worse than what he wanted it to. And then when it ends up worse, you're going to be looking up like, God, why would you do this? No. Why would you do this to you? I don't know. I'm getting all over the place, but I just feel like it makes sense with this whole segment, the quiet shift, because to shift, you have to be alone. A lot of people do not like being alone, but we're going to get into that in segment 2, but right now we're in segment 1, so let me not get too ahead of myself. In the end, nobody's gonna warn you. This is like growth in disguise. And when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself as well, because like I need to hear this too. This is the cherry on top. Even though it may feel like it's isolation, the quiet is actually a friend. A lot of people cannot be in quietness or stillness. I feel as, personally, the more quiet the season, the stronger you emerge. That was it for segment 1, the quiet shift. Next is segment 2, lonely versus alone. This is where I said we're going to talk about it in segment 2, because I have a whole segment for this. I feel as there's a huge difference between being lonely and being alone. Like I said, when I'm talking, these are my opinions and what I think on whatever segment topic it may be. So this is the lonely versus alone, and I will say that loneliness feels heavy. My opinion, loneliness feels heavy and aloneness feels intentional, because aloneness is a choice that you chose to do for yourself, by yourself, and it's you protecting your energy. It's you realigning with your life, and overall just learning who deserves a seat at your table, because of course you want to see everybody eat, just not at your table. You was never a hating ass woman, you was never a hating ass nigga. Like, it's never that deep. A lot of people do be hating, a lot of people do be jealous and enviness, and have a lot of enviness towards you. You have to really watch and listen to people. You gonna know who really fuck with you and who don't. And that one prayer to God, the God get them going prayer, oh yeah, he work really fast. So do that prayer at your own risk, okay? But that's a prayer that you need to do when you're in this whole point in your life. And I'm not gonna force it upon you, because I don't do that, but just my suggestion, because a lot of people that you think that's gonna stay with you for life is gonna be gone within the next day. I'm telling you, do it at your own risk though. Okay? I've been in specific seasons where it feels like I'm missing out, or you see friends traveling, or you see people traveling and moving into apartments and doing all this, making moves, and you're like, why am I stuck here? Why am I in this place? But in the end, you need to remind yourself that this quiet is preparing you. It's realigning you for your pathway that you've been praying for. I don't know. Me personally, I pray all the time that God realigns me. If he sees me fucking up the plan, like, realign me. If it's somebody that's coming in to try to distract my plan, realign me. Get them going quick, because the more they stay, the longer they stay, the more it will hurt. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, do that prayer, because that prayer will get them going. Not like that, but you know what I mean. I feel like that lonely season is everybody's reset button and reset season. Because after that lonely season, or that alone season, whatever you want to label it as, boy, when I tell you, you're going to skyrocket. And when I tell you have to let some people go that you may not want to let go, if you don't do that, you're not going to go nowhere. I had to learn that the hard way. Bro, like I said in the other podcast episode, if you told me 2-3 years ago that I was going to be a podcaster, a content creator, all these people loving me around the world, all these people loving MK, I would not believe you. All them people is not in my life. The people that I was surrounding myself with is no longer in my life. They alive, but I no longer associate myself with them. Do they reach out here and there? Yeah. Do I let myself fall back into that? No. Why? Because I love my life now. I respect me now. I know my worth now. Back then, like I said in my podcast episode before this one, I used to be a people pleaser. I used to let people run over me, do what the hell they wanted, disrespect, whatever. Because I take being ran over as disrespect. So, and when I say whatever they want, not no crazy shit. Just like, I used to tolerate shit that I didn't need to tolerate. It was not mandatory for me to tolerate. But now, get him gone, lock him up. Like, I'm not joking with y'all, like, for real. And anybody that's cut off could vouch, because they be trying to spin back. They definitely do. And I feel like that's a test as well. You cut them off, finally, they're gonna eventually come back. You ever think, why do people start coming back in my life when I'm finally healed? It's because God is testing you to see if you will go back and fall back into that. I'm trying to tell y'all, boys. And if you fall back into it, you're gonna start back from step one. I'm trying to tell y'all, boys, y'all gonna start right back from step one, and it's gonna just be some bullshit. So I advise you not to do that shit. I advise you to, when you fully heal, let them people go. They was never good for you to begin with. Literally. I just feel like at the end of the day, sometimes the people that you expected to lean on is no longer there. They're not gonna be there for you your whole life. They're just there for that moment, probably to teach you something, because it wasn't no blessing. Like when people say it's either a lesson or a blessing, it was definitely a lesson for a lot of these people. Yes. And that's okay. This is life. We're human. Like I said, this life is not guaranteed. It's not promised. You can literally wake up. You literally can go to sleep and not wake up. That's how crazy. Like, that's crazy to me. I feel like in the aloneness or quietness season, it's all about learning how to be okay with being by yourself, learning how to enjoy your own presence, trusting your judgment, trusting you, not having to ask somebody else for their 2-piece or 2 cents, whatever you want to call it. And in the end, just realizing peace and growth doesn't always have to come with company. That's why I also asked my professor that, why do people jump from relationship to relationship? Because they can't be alone. Have you ever met that one person that just can't, they're always in a relationship, or they're always talking to somebody? You never seen them alone. Only time, and they're not even alone when they go to sleep, because they with that person. So, and then when that person stops talking to them, or when them and that person is going through a little altercation or a little argument, they about to lose their damn mind. Yeah, because they just wrapped around somebody, and every single time they move on, they wrapped around that person. That's what I'm trying to say. If you watching this, learn how to be by yourself. Learn how to enjoy your time by yourself. Learn how to keep yourself company. At the end of the day, it's gonna be you. You gonna have you. Nobody gonna have you like you got you. It's gonna be you, yourself, and God. Trying to tell y'all, boys. That was it for segment 2, loneliness versus alone, or lonely versus alone. Next is segment 3, which is the you that emerges after. I do want to say, in this season, when this season ends, you're not the same person that you was before you started this whole season. You start to know yourself better. You start to expect better for yourself. And not just for yourself, with everything that comes towards you in general. You notice toxic patterns in others faster. You may notice toxic patterns within yourself. Some things that you reflect on and want to change, not just for now, but for the better. Because like I said, you're growing into an adult. Your mindset gotta change. You cannot be 25 with a 15-year-old mindset. And I'm not even gonna say that, because a lot of 15-year-olds, depending on how you grew up, you have a very mature mindset. But I'm talking about a childish 15-year-old. You cannot be 25 with a childish 15-year-old mindset. It's just not gonna work. You're gonna find yourself in a lot of trouble. But you don't waste your time chasing explanations or apologies, because at the end of the day, people gonna do what they want to do. we're all grown as shit. Like, if you're not grown, matter of fact, you grown. If you're not, it's not even about being grown. It's about just being, people just know what they be doing. So, there's no excuse. In the episode before this one, I don't tolerate bullshit. I can see bullshit from a mile away. I don't listen to people's words. I'll go based off what they show me. Because me personally, I show people. And I feel like as a human being, you should be able to show. It's not that hard. People are going to do what they want to do when it comes to you. So if you see them treating somebody else good, but it's like, damn, you don't treat me like that. Or you see them treating a specific friend a certain way, but it's like, damn, you don't treat me like that. That's because they don't want to treat you like that. And they don't like you for real. People be picking and choosing. And when it comes to that favoritism, yeah, they be definitely doing that. That's when you have to just realize and pick yourself up and get the fuck. If somebody won't do it, another one will. Simple. Whether that be a friendship, relationship, anything ship. The loneliness, I keep doing this because it's like not really loneliness, but the loneliness season builds the strongest version of you that you have never seen yourself. The one who trusts again, the one who listens again, the one who loves better. Silence isn't emptiness, it's preparation for the next chapter in your life. Don't look back. Don't look back. When I say don't look back, I mean the friendships that you done dropped, the relation that you done dropped, that ex. Don't look back. Don't look back. If you look back, woo, they gonna snatch your head off. In the end, it's like when you're done with that season, it's not like it's gonna come back, because it might come back when God thinks the time is right, but you'll find yourself interacting with people, like carrying all these lessons in that season that you got. In that season, you will learn a lot of things. So regardless if it's like self-respect, boundaries, or just intentional love, in the end, you still learned a lot in that season. So if you're in that season right now, keep going. Keep climbing. Like, it's like a mountain. But yes, like I said, I do question of the videos in all of my podcast episodes. So feel free to answer down below, or if you want, you can answer in my DMs, because that's what a lot of you guys do, because that's more comfortable for you guys. So, or you don't have to answer at all. It's no stress to it. The question is, what's one quiet season in your life that actually ended up changing you for the better? That was it for this episode. Thank you for listening to the Dopest Discreet Podcast. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, or you can watch on YouTube. This is your host, Muna Karim, and I will see you in episode 14. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that for real. I'm gonna see y'all boys. Bye. Mwah.